Well, it was supposed to be a win for the Dallas Mavericks to go up 3-1 in this series before going back to Los Angeles. We lost 116-111 to the Los Angeles Clippers, and it's now a tie series 2-2. And there's a lot that we want to talk about after this game, the good, the bad, the ugly, but I just want to say I talk a lot of smack. I talk with a lot of bravado, a lot of bass in my chest, but when you lose, you got to own up to it. The Clippers did play well. Paul George and James Harden took over, especially James Harden in the fourth quarter. After not scoring a single point in the third quarter, he made a point to just ice the game. Although the Mavericks did dig themselves a hole in the first quarter, they did come back from being down 31. However, the collapse really came in the fourth quarter. But we're going to talk about everything, man. But how's it going? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing the latest news on everything Mavericks related. In today's game, it was a heartbreaker. I'm not going to lie. I mean, after the first quarter, a lot of people were like, it's over. We're done. We got outscored like 39-16. It was looking very reminiscent of the second quarter in game one. However, I kept my cool. I stayed confident. I believed in this team. And even after this loss, I still believe in this team. It's a best of 7. We still got 3 more games to play. Hopefully, we only got to play 2 more. But, however, there were some things that worked, some things that didn't work. But before we get into all that, let's just look over the box score real quick. For the Dallas Mavericks, P.J. Washington finished with 10 points, 2 blocks, 1 steal, 1 assist, and 4 rebounds. So he was 1 of 5 from 3. And Derrick Jones Jr., who I thought played very well this game, had 14 points, had 1 block, 1 steal, 1 assist, and 7 rebounds. He was also 2 of 3 from 3. And Daniel Gafford, the landlord, only 19 minutes. He had 5 points, had 0 blocks, 2 assists, and 5 rebounds. And Kyrie Irving. Kyrie, the man who put the team on his back and tried his hardest. The MVP of this game, if you ask me. Even though he had 7 turnovers, he had 40 points, 5 assists, and 7 rebounds, shooting 6 of 12 from 3. And Luka Doncic, who we're going to talk about in this video, 29 points, 1 block, 10 assists, and 10 rebounds, but was 1 of 9 from 3, 10 of 24 from the floor. Maxey off the bench, 3 points, 1 block, 1 steal, 1 assist, and 2 rebounds. Derrick Lively with 8 points, 1 steal, 1 assist, and 6 rebounds. Josh Green with 2 points, 1 steal, 1 assist, and 1 rebound. Dante X and Jaden Hardy touched the ground just a little bit. Didn't really put anything up. Dante was 0 of 2 from the floor. And it was a rough game. Like I said, we dug ourselves a hole in that first quarter. We were down by as much as 31 points at one time. However, we did overcome that deficit. I'm seeing a lot of people saying that that's the reason why we lost. But in my opinion, if you are down by 31 points and you come back and we were up by 1, I think maybe 3, but I know we're up by 1 at one point. The deficit didn't help. We had to fight through it. But the game was very much winnable, but it was down the stretch where we had very weird lineups. I saw the post-game conference with Jason Kidd right before I recorded this video, and they asked him, why'd you put Maxey at the 5? Why'd you go small? Jason Kidd said he wanted to stretch the floor and thought that was going to work. It didn't, Jason Kidd. It didn't work at all, and I'm not trying to blame just one person here. There's a lot of things that went wrong with this game, but if we're going to talk about Jason Kidd, how I do need to give him props in games 2 and 3. He was great for us. Even in game 1, it wasn't that bad. I thought he was good in this game, especially when we had to dig ourselves out that hole, but down the stretch, Jason Kidd, those were not the right moves. I think James Harden had 5 or 6 straight floaters in the paint, uncontested. Maxey wasn't stepping up. Nobody was putting their hands up. They were just watching James Harden attack, and it was just horrible. It was a complete mess. However, even though we got into that hole in the first quarter, the guys fought. They fought. And even though we lost, in my opinion, we still played good defense. I'll throw the box score back up. Derrick Jones Jr. was a +7. Luka Doncic, even though he played bad, was a +10. Derrick Lively off the bench was a +4. So normally in a loss, you see a bunch of minuses across the board. The worst was Josh Green as a -12, and that's even surprising because even though he only played about 13 minutes, I thought Josh Green was fine. A little bit of a spark off the bench, right? But we still lost. A lot of the things that I want to talk about don't matter because you got to live with the results. But if we're going to talk about the good, the defense did look nice. Paul George was hitting very tough shots. If there's any Clippers fans watching this, I'm going to give y'all props. Paul George showed up. I know I made a video the other day where I was talking a little bit of a schmiggity schmack, and I'll own up to it. I'll eat crow. That's fine. I said what I said, but I'll give props. Paul George was hitting very tough shots. But at least they were tough shots. We weren't making it easy for anybody. James Harden was also hitting tough shots. The defense was there. It just, sometimes the ball falls, sometimes it doesn't, and it is what it is. However, those refs, and I've been trying not to just blame the refs on every game, on every loss, but man, the first 3 games, we're allowed to play very physical, tough, tight defense. We're playing nitty gritty. And for whatever reason, Tony Brothers walks in and said, you know what? we're going to be a little bit soft today. We're giving away ticky-tacky fouls. We're not going to allow you to touch anybody. And it was just very odd. It was a complete shift in how we've been playing. And I'm not saying that's the reason why we lost, but that could be a reason why our defense kind of fell apart late in the fourth quarter. I mean, Luka picked up his 5th foul, so I knew that he really shouldn't be guarding whoever has the ball. And things, like I said, things were coming together. Things were looking good. Kyrie, who was like our savior all game, even though he dropped 40 points. I feel like it was spoiled by not being able to win and close out the game. But like I said, we're down, but we're not out. It's a best of 7. We still have at least 3 games to play. We go back to LA on Wednesday. And a lot of people were saying, maybe we should have rested Luka because Luka is hurt. His knee is still stiff. You could watch him during the game. You could watch him just not really running. I mean, Luka doesn't really run, but he wasn't able to really move as fast. And for most people who know, as a shooter, if you don't have that lift, your shots are going to be flat. And a lot of those shots that Luka took were just flat. I mean, he was 1 of 9 from 3. Things weren't falling for him. And at times, I'm like, Luka, just attack the basket, because he was able to get inside and get an easy layup every time. I kind of wished he did more of that and not just take these wild threes. But I'm not blaming Luka for the loss. I'm not blaming Jason Kidd for the loss. Because as a team, we win as a team and we lose as a team. And today, the Clippers were the better team. And I'll admit it. It is what it is. But we'll be back on Wednesday to fight again. But we got to talk about the Clippers, their box score. Let's throw it up. Paul George had 33 points, had 1 block, 4 steals, 8 assists, and 6 rebounds. He was 7 of 10 from 3. That was insane. Zubac had 13 points, 1 block, 1 steal, 1 assist, and 4 rebounds. James Harden had 33 points, 1 block, 1 steal, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds. He was 4 of 5 from 3. Terrence Mann, 11 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds. He was 3 of 6 from 3. Amir Coffey with 4 points, 1 block, 1 steal, 3 rebounds. And off the bench, Mason Plumlee had 6 points, 2 blocks, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. And Norman Powell with 5 points. Russell Westbrook, 5 points. He had 2 steals, 1 assist, and 3 rebounds. And Norman Powell with 11 points, 1 steal. He was 3 of 5 from 3. Now, I'm going to keep this up a little bit because if you look at the bottom, they shot 62% from 3. Now, I know I said after game 1, there's no way they shoot 50% again from 3. Well, I was kind of right. They didn't shoot 50%. They shot 62. And again, I think our defense was fine from what I saw. It was just tough shots. Those tough shots were just falling in. The only thing I think we could have done better was with the interior defense. Why didn't we close out with Daniel Gafford or Derrick Lively? Why didn't we pack the paint and force them to keep shooting from the outside? I don't know. There's a lot of things that could have gone wrong. And we can play the what-if game all day until we're blue in the face, but it won't change the results. We lost. But we're not done just yet. We can still come back. We're going to play Wednesday. And that's I think, the silver lining. We don't play till Wednesday. We have 2 full days for these guys to rest. We got Monday, Tuesday. They're obviously going to practice. They're going to be in the gym. At least I hope they're in the gym getting ready. But we're going to be back in LA, where I'm sure that crowd's going to be electrifying. They're going to feel like they still got a shot. But the Dallas Mavericks have to step up. I hope we can still play physical defense. And I hope people's shot starts falling, because we were just abysmal today. I'll throw the box score for the Mavericks back up. 11 of 33. I mean, it's better than making less than 10, but 11 of 33 was rough. We shot 49% from the floor. At least we hit 20 of 25 free throws. We were able to get to the line. But man, and I don't have the comparison picture up right, but we actually out-rebounded the Clippers by a lot. But a lot of those rebounds just weren't translating to second chance points. They weren't translating into, let's get a fast break and, we good defense on one end, great offense on the other. It just wasn't converting. A lot of things went wrong, but a lot of things went right. And let's just go right into it. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. And for this game, the good, you got to find the good. And I got to give it to Kyrie. I want to give all props, all praise, all everything to Kyrie. He was good. He came alive. I want to say it was like late in the second quarter. He hit like 9 straight points. He hit an and one and 2 quick threes, and that was truly our spark to get out of that 31-point deficit. It was great. Kyrie was phenomenal all game. There was a time, I want to say third or fourth quarter, he goes up to attack the basket. 3 defenders on him. On our stream, I was like, that was like Michael Jordan when he did that long stretch dunk over everybody. It was amazing. Kyrie was phenomenal. I wish we could have got a dub for this wonderful performance, but Kyrie was amazing. He was definitely the good for us. The bad was the missed shots. The bad was our missed shots. We couldn't really buy a bucket. Our offense was very slow. Our defense can only hold us in so long. I mean, our defense made it to where we only lost by 5, and we did come back from 31 to be up by 1, but still we lost by 5. In the last 3 minutes, that's where things really do matter, and that's where we fell apart. But the ugly, man, The ugly. Paul George hitting tough shots. I gotta say it. It was impressive. I ain't even mad at those shots. Those were tough shots. But that was just ugly for the Dallas Mavericks that Paul George could just hit whatever he wanted. My man turned to prime MJ. I know I called him way off P, play off P. My man showed up and was Paul George. He did his thing. Again, props to the Clippers. They came, they played, they won, but it's not over yet. We'll see you guys Wednesday. And don't forget, we'll be going live for every single Mavericks game, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. But that's all I got for you guys today. Make sure you check out our Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. Consider becoming a channel member on May 1st. On Wednesday, the next time we play, I'm going live, and on halftime, we are going to be announcing the winner of our free jersey giveaway. It's never too late to enter our giveaways. The only thing you got to do is become a channel member, and you're automatically entered into our giveaways. There's a lot that we gotta take in after this game, guys. It's a lot of things that we got to look at and be thankful for, because I don't think this team would be able to come back from 31-point deficit in the last, 2-3 years, really. But there's things we got to improve on, which hopefully we can fix going forward. We're down, but we're not out. Keep faith, keep hope alive, and keep believing in this Mavericks team, because I'm going to keep believing. Until we're knocked out, I'm going to keep believing. You should too. But until next time, y'all take care, guys. Peace.